the event actually doesn't start until an hour later than I thought. The exhaust is really disgusting on this car, but apparently I never did anything beyond a tack weld on that V-band, and that actually came off on the highway the other day. So I'm gonna go through and touch up a lot of these, and I think this winter I might redo this exhaust finally. It's had kind of a rough life, so I did most of this back in like 2014 or 15. Just the garbagiest welder ever, and I'm not a very good welder to begin with, so this car deserves better. The one I built for the black M3 was considerably nicer, so I'd probably aim for something like that. This car deserves to have a little care taken, so I guess I'll add that to the docket. It looks like I gotta replace the Guibo. That is not looking so hot. Well, I'm glad I realized this now. Huh, all right. Apparently I drive this car pretty hard. That would explain some of the shudder I get though. That's good to know. Man, that slave is gross. But the power steering doesn't leak, even though I do still have a bit of an engine oil leak that looks like it's probably coming from either the oil filter housing. Yeah, oil filter housing for sure. Gross. Oh man. I don't know. This car is gonna, oh, hi Brexit. This car is gonna get a little more love now that I just have one M3 to focus on. And I do love this thing. I do still have to take care of this, the body work on this side. It's been like this the entire time I've had it, and I knew when I bought it, but I mean, you can just see the Bondo in there. This thing took a pretty decent hit on the left side door at some point in the past, so unfortunate, but always fixable. Anyway, at least it still looks nice, and boy, I do love those E30 M3 wheels painted up to look like the real deal Sport Evo. After seeing a real Sport Evo touring car this weekend, it makes me a little less in love with mine, but it's still a pretty sweet car, so no complaints. I think I'll just be taking the 1M to the car show this morning, see if I can't blow that brand new charge pipe off. I actually had to cut the Cobb E90 charge pipe to fit it in that car, which is a little weird, but it did fit. I suppose I can just show you. I took it on the first test drive and popped it right back off. I'm like, oh shoot. Took it back inside, and the clamps weren't very tight, so I grabbed my little impact and gave it a little bap. What a beautiful color. So, there's the Cobb pipe in there. So that actually had a metal bend on it. I pretty much went where that silicon is. But the opening was too big for the charge pipe itself, so anyway, it fits, and it hasn't blown off yet, so and the clutch isn't slipping on this anymore. It baffles me. I have one for when it starts doing it again, but I really wish I knew exactly why it slipped so badly on that river road drive I did I guess 6 months ago now, and it just hasn't since. But man, I do love this car. That is a hell of a color. Although, that really isn't bad either. Also, I hung up the Ferrari sign. Yay. Beautiful.